I'm Andrew Hawnt. Welcome to Planet Hex. So, the new trailer for Spider-Man No Way Home is here, and there's a lot to unpack with this. By crikey, there is a hell of a lot to unpack with this. So we've got some new footage, we've got some things we saw in the previous trailers, we've got some shots of some returning villains, and we didn't get any more Spider-Man. Of course, I think that's what everyone was expecting, was to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire at some point in it. But to be honest, if we had seen anything like that, that may have just been a spoiler too far. That would have been basically the entire movie in the trailer. And I hate it when that happens. It's really not great when you're giving away everything about a movie before it comes out, because then, you probably can have less people seeing it. I am really excited to see Spider-Man No Way Home. I love Spidey movies, I love the MCU dearly. It's been a huge part of my life since it began in 2008, and it's been so nice to see all the things that I've loved for my entire life come to fruition and be appreciated by a much wider audience. That said, I do have some concerns about No Way Home. I am worried a little bit that the franchise has gone too far. There is so much going on in this film with Doctor Strange, there's the multiverse, there's the messing up of reality where Peter's trying to make people forget that he's Peter Parker, as we saw at the end of Far From Home. There's all the villains returning, and from what I hear, there are even more characters that come in. This has been described as Spider-Man Endgame by Tobey Maguire. I believe it's Tobey Maguire that said that himself, not Tobey Maguire. Tom Holland. There's so many Spider-Men. There's so many Spider-Men. What would I like to see from the actual finished movie? I would like to see the previous Spider-Man come back. Of course, we've got Willem Dafoe, the Green Goblin. We've got Alfred Molina as a de-aged Dr. Octopus. There's Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. As you see there, the new Electro looks great. That was a great idea, using the energy itself, using the lightning to create the old lightning effect mask. As a mask, it would have looked stupid in live action. Hell, it looks stupid in the comics, so it would look even more stupid in live action. It's good to see Green Goblin coming back. It looks like the suit has had a bit of an upgrade. And yeah, we've got Dr. Octopus, of course, as you see there. Now, there are questions around Dr. Octopus. Is he wearing Stark tech? Because there's people noticing that his arms are red. I really hope not. I really hope that it's not all tied into Tony Stark. Not everything needs to be. Isn't it enough that we've already got Spider-Man essentially becoming Tony Stark now that Tony Stark has passed away? I don't like it that he is kind of taken on this mantle as a tech genius, and as with these movies getting increasingly bigger and bigger and bigger in scope and scale, I think that does take away a little bit from what the Spider-Man character, the foundations of what that character is about. Spidey has always been a bit more low-key. Now, it has been interesting to see him out of water, the fish out of water sort of thing, with bigger and bigger threats. But I think this kind of has to be the limit of it with Spidey. I would personally like future Spider-Man films, whoever is under the mask, to have a bit more of a low-key feel and a bit more of a less of a world-threatening problem for Spidey to face. I do think that there's a lot packed in here. There's Doctor Strange, there's a fallout of what came before with Endgame, there's all the returning villains, and of course the rumours of the returning Spider-Man characters from the previous versions of Spidey. I think that may be what we get a glimpse of at the end of the trailer, where there's the purple lightning in the sky, and he said, I can't stop them coming through. So I think that may be where other Spideys turn up to help Peter deal with all the other villains that have come through there. What I think, purely as a fan, purely as a huge comic geek of many years, what I would love to see happen is for, Andrew Garfield to come back, Tobey Maguire to come back in their costumes, but I would love it if Marvel and Sony really sent people completely over the edge with this and turned up with Venom. Come on, Tom Hardy as Venom. It was teased in Venom 2. that he would be joining the MCU in some shape or form where it got moved around. But I would love them to go further. So, if it's going to be Spider-Man Endgame, just go nuts. You've got the multiverse to play with. So I think it would be awesome if we got Tom Holland Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I would love it if we also got Miles Morales turning up to help, and Ghost Spider, Gwen Stacy Ghost Spider. I'm not sure who would be good as Miles Morales. I'm not quite decided who I would prefer as Miles Morales, but as Ghost Spider, Dove Cameron. Dove Cameron would be perfect as Spider-Gwen / Ghost Spider. I think that would be brilliant. Just absolutely loads of Spider-Man characters coming in for the big battle with loads of villains. If it's going to bring in all the Spidey villains, even if bloody Rhino's going to show up. Love you, Paul Giamatti, but Rhino was not good. There's going to need to be a Spider family in there as well. So yeah, Spidey plus Spidey plus Spidey plus Miles Morales Spidey plus Ghost Spider. Get them all in there. Get everyone from Into the Spider-Verse in there. Into the Spider-Verse was a perfect example of making a multiverse story work. And I hope that No Way Home is able to match the quality of that film. Has this franchise now gone too far? I think in some ways it has. But I have faith in Marvel influence in this to bring it all together into something compelling that will last and not just be a load of pretty CG images. I want this to have the gravitas and the weight of the Spidey story. At the heart of it, it's always been about Peter Parker feeling a bit out of his depth with things, and I hope that is carried on here with No Way Home. If it is the end of the franchise, I hope it's a fitting send-off for Tom Holland, who has been a brilliant Spidey. And yeah, I can't wait to see what it's going to turn out like. I'm going to see you there at the cinema, hopefully. Just be quiet during all the cool bits, okay? Because, you know, chew your popcorn quietly. I'm Andrew Hawnt. Thank you for watching this episode of Planet Hex.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.